Alright, gonna be doing another trade review for the day. This is a trade review for March 22nd, 2023. And like always, I want to remind everyone that I am a higher time frame flag and pivot break trader. When I mean higher time frame, I mean the 15-minute, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour. So I go on these time frames and look for flags and pivot breaks that I can use to play continuation essentially. And yeah, today was a pretty good day. I had some great movement on Nvidia. Actually, amazing movement, if I'm gonna be honest. Like spectacular. Um, and yeah, pretty big grade on the day, which I'm happy about. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first trade was on Nvidia. I'd been eyeing this consolidation for the past few days, and as you can see, the pre-market actually ended up like slowly building up for the break, and that yielded in a nice move, very nice move here. Just off the break, initially got like a 7-point move, I think. Almost 7.6, like 6-point move, pretty much. So yeah, marked this at pre-market and right at open, took it right here. Got entries at 269.99, basically 264. And then we just wrote it up as the momentum came in for the break. And I was able to get majority scales out by like 267-ish. I wasn't able to get the rest of the 2 points, but because it was moving so crazy, I had to end up scaling most of it. I wanted to let one more rider out, but context didn't look like it was going to give much, so I just wanted to secure as much as I could. But this was an amazing trade. Very happy on hitting this one for sure. And yeah, just textbook, honestly. Got some nice direction, some consolidation. It's pretty wiki consolidation, but as you can see, the way it builds up, it's rejected, and then pre-market builds up. You can see it's primed for the break. You know, it's right at the break level at open, and you know when you have a break level, or when you have like price action right at the break level, and you see that curling price action, you know that it's gonna get a huge pop right at the break. So very nice there, and that was the first trade of the day. Second trade was honestly a bit of a mistake by me. I wanted to take this pivot break here. I thought that this was enough consolidation for a continuation, but in hindsight, seeing as though this moved like 6.5 points, almost 7 points, I should have known that this needed more time to consolidate. But took entries right here at 270, and eventually was topped out at 269.3. A little bit of an L, but still pretty green on the day, and I can't complain. As far as execution, I think honestly should have maybe just tried to stay in it and weathered the storm, because had I kept my stop a little bit farther down, none of these candles closed below the level, and actually got a bit of a move here. So it could have been green on this trade, but it is what it is. It's all good. We move on to the next. So those were the two trades of the day. Tried to keep it earlier in the day because I knew FOMC was going to be an issue, and as you can see, there's a lot of wild shit towards the end of the day, and that's because of FOMC. So yeah, let's move on to the tickers. AMD. Nothing really I liked super like a super amount, but I did eye this pivot break here on AMD. I was thinking about considering it as a setup, but because of how far this came down in relation to the direction that it has, it just seemed like it was too far down, so I didn't even bother. And I figured that even if this does break, it's not going to yield a crazy move because it's coming from all the way down here. I'd rather something much more tight in relation to its direction. But it did move for sure, but it just didn't seem like an A+ setup to me, so yeah. And it was also close to FOMC time, so let that go. But other than that, on AMD, I don't really see anything noteworthy. Apple, same thing. No, it's kind of choppy at open, and then it gets crazy during FOMC, so nothing crazy there, if I'm gonna be honest. SPY, fucking wild price action on SPY. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's wild. Before the dump on FOMC, I don't see anything on here that's like in the system. I think there was a 4 hour on this potentially. Yeah, I did see this 4 hour, but I didn't like it because, as you can see, it's really like it's not clear direction. You can see that it's like looping, like, you know, a lot of chop leading into a nice range break, but I know I didn't really like it because of the fact that, you know, it's so close to supply, and there's supply just a few days back right here. So I was like, I'm not going to take a setup like that when I have NVIDIA, you know. NVIDIA was a much more favorable setup to me. But as far as intraday, I don't see anything there. Google, nothing clean here, if I'm gonna be honest, and no like direction attached to this move. So yeah, nothing I like there, to be honest. Yeah, nothing really on Google that's like in the system, or at least in my system. Amazon, same thing, pretty choppy. Nothing crazy. Same thing on the 1 hour. Nothing really there. QQQ, same thing, nothing there. There's actually set up on QQQ that I was looking at in the morning as well, but I would have taken this had I not had NVIDIA, but I think this would have yielded in a much better move, and most likely would have been out of this pretty quickly, considering you know, if I entered right here and I didn't have NVIDIA and I was watching this, would have got interest at 310, scaled at the pop, and then, you know, you keep your trailing stop, 5-minute trailing stop, and this would have been the stop out candle right there before the pullback. So yeah, that wasn't a bad trade to take, but I just missed it because I didn't have it on my second monitor up. I had all the other charts up, so all good. No harm done there. IWM just really choppy, and then just gets really wild towards the end of the day because of FOMC. But I guess there's like a pivot break here. Not even a pivot, it's just consolidation break, range break. But yeah, I would not want to try that during FOMC, considering this price action, how wild it is. NVIDIA, we talked about. Is there anything on the 1 hour actually that I missed? Yeah, going into FOMC, there's this. Just this flag break. And you could have went into it with that thesis, but man, is it risky to try to play this during FOMC with, even though it is a solid setup. So I would not advise to do that, even if the setup looks nice. Tesla, same thing as SPY, essentially. Nothing really in the system. Same thing on the 1 hour. And yeah, that covers the day. NVIDIA was very nice. Second trade could have been a bit better executed by me, or just avoided altogether, knowing that needed more consolidation time after such a big move. But other than that, I will take it. But yeah, I hope you guys found this informative and helpful, and we'll go again tomorrow. If you have any questions, like always, post them down below in the comments. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow.